Hey, Slay Nation, we're back with another episode of the So She Slays podcast. Chauncey and I are super excited that we're bringing more of this type of content to you as far as like her and I just like talking about things because I don't think it really dawned on us that people care about what we think.
Well, people do care. I don't know why they care, but people do care. And we are here to talk about some real life stuff because we are your older best friends, your older sisters. And we might have some good life advice for you and some terrible life advice for you, but we have advice.
I mean, at the very least, you can relate or at least get a good laugh.
Just laugh. It's okay. We are not offended whatsoever.
Okay, so we started talking to some of the wonderful people that work at So She Slays and Slay AF with us, and they wanted us to talk about like post grad and how ridiculous it is for them, like our wonderful Gen Zs are you know, people that are graduating college right now. And I just want to take like a trip down memory lane for a second and be like, you know, it's been a minute since Chauncey and I have graduated, you know, grad school, which is where Chauncey and I met. But I mean, it was hectic. Like I'd like take a second, those of us who have graduated, whether it's undergrad or graduate or even like high school, because we all know that college isn't for everybody. And just kind of remember what your train of thought was back then. So
no, okay. So no. Like I understand we have to talk about this because we were all mini adults at one point in time. And I still don't think I'm a real adult yet, but I know I am.
I don't, but like, you know what? I do that all the time. I'm just like, I'm in my 30s. How am I an adult? I really don't feel like one.
When the bills have to come to get paid, when I have to pay my bills, that's when I know I'm a real adult, like a real adult. So yeah, like we have some good times.
Like I think it's taxes for me. I feel like taxes is like a thing. I mean, anyways, so our post-grad crisis is pretty much what our lovely Gen Zers in our So She Slays community asked us to talk about, was like our post-grad crisis. Now, Chauncey, do you remember your post-grad crisis?
Oh gosh. So before I went to grad school, I took 6 months off to work at this job I was working at before I graduated from undergrad. So I was working at a call center the last semester of undergrad, my senior year.
That's right.
Yes.
I totally forgot that.
Because it's PTSD for all of us. So like basically I worked there for like the last semester of undergrad and I was like, okay, I'll do this full time until I figure out if I want to go to grad school or get another job. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I did work at a call center for a few months after I graduated.
Did you hate it?
Oh, I hated it. It was the point if you called me on the phone, I wouldn't answer the phone because I was just like have PTSD from work. I'm like, I can't text. I couldn't call. I was just
you're like, I'm done with people.
I'm done with people at a certain time. So I did that. And then I think it was like, they kept telling me like, we're going to lay you guys off. We're going to lay you guys off. I was so excited to get laid off. I was like, oh yes, lay me off. Did not get laid off. No, for this, I'm going to grad school. So, so the reason I went to grad school is because either you had to find a new job in my house or go back to school. So I was like, I'm not going back to work again. Like I'm going to grad school.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, I took all the tests I needed to take to get to grad school, did all the paperwork, documentation, rushed that real quick, went to Academy Art, did that for 2 years, 2.5 years. I finished in 2.5 years. Grad school was fun. Like I got to meet one of my best friends, Heather, obviously. My other best friends throughout the time, like my best friend Daniel and everyone. And then I went to the gym with Heather, which is a cool job to have when you're in school.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cool gym. It's a cool job to have when you're in grad school because you're working, but you're not working, but you like meet.
But you're like hanging out with people too. All day.
Like we used to like, I remember back in the day, we'll like all work on a Friday. Most of us work Friday, and we all will go to like a bar or club afterwards, and we all meet there. Like we get changed at the gym, and then go out.
Those are such good
times. Wake up the next morning, open the gym at 5 a.m, and it would be deadly to go back to. Like I remember going out Friday night with all the like everyone, the whole crew, go get a burrito at El Ferrates is in San Francisco, one of the best burritos. Eat half of it, go home, take a mini nap, you call it, take a shower, go back to work, open the gym at like 5 a.m, and eat half the burrito at lunch. But it was fun. Like it was a good time to like
Reckless.
it was I couldn't do that tell this I couldn't do that now. Oh my
Oh my
God. Me
God, no
no, but
way.
yeah, but like going that time between like real adulthood and like post college is like this fun time that you're really not like you're an adult, but you're not an adult. And
You
it's
know what?
okay.
I feel like though a lot of people like do not feel that way. Like I don't think I felt that way. I think cuz like especially after grad school
Oh
because
gosh.
I went from like undergrad to grad school like right away. I did not take a break at
Oh my
all. I knew
gosh.
myself too well. I knew if I took a break, my ass would never go back.
Yeah.
So I was like I did not take a break at all. And then the reason why I went to grad school though was because like I went to Chico State. Shout out Chico State. I loved it. It's everything you think it is and more. It's pretty much like Vegas for college kids. Man,
It
minus the
is.
gambling.
Yes.
I loved
Yes.
it. I had so much fun. But I also knew that like in media, in entertainment and all that kind of stuff, like it was a small town. It was a country in like there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity. And so I knew I needed to get like bigger network connections in bigger cities where there's more opportunity and there's like a lot more media, entertainment, blah, blah, blah. Right. So
Yeah.
I went to the Academy of Art, which is where Chauncey and I met in San Francisco. And I took their media, multimedia communications program and just like I thrived there as well. I was like super, super happy I made that decision. I met a lot of different people and like my network definitely grew. It was by far like probably one of the smartest choices that I've done. Now, I will always preface this like do not go to like school or program or whatever if you're just like if you don't have a reason, you know what I mean? Like make sure you have a reason. And if you pull a Chauncey, at least go for something that you probably think you could use.
Yes. Like when I first started Academy Art, I was advertising because I got my undergrad in advertising and business. And then I was like, oh, I'll just do it for my grad school. Like, why not? That'll be cool. End up hating it. Like first semester, hated it. Oh, I hated it. You could like I was always nervous, like disgustingly nervous. And then I was like telling my parents, I was like, Mom and Dad, like what I'm gonna do. Like I don't like it, but I loved it in undergrad. But I remember in undergrad, I don't this I want to age myself right now. And I know it's bad to age myself, but
It's all
I
right.
was obsessed with the heels. Okay. Lauren Conrad going to fit them, all that
Laguna
great stuff, right?
Beach.
Yes, all that great stuff. That was when I was in high school. So I remember college, I was like, Mom, I want to go to fit them and do fashion because that was a big thing. My mom, my dad said, No, you're gonna go to college. Okay,
I
go to
almost went to
college.
FITM too,
Yes.
but I
Like
was
she's like,
like, no.
no, my mom was like, you're going to college, get a degree that's transferable. And if you for some reason still want to do this, then we'll talk about after college, after undergrad. Realized I love advertising, psychology was great, did undergrad there, went to grad school, did not like advertising in that sector. And I was talking to one of my friends from high school, and he was just like, you should really don't give that face, Heather. You should really do. And the reason I
What
said don't give
face?
that face, like, oh, who is she talking about? Yes, this person I went to high school with, he was in fashion. He's like, oh, you should really do like, something in fashion. Like you love it. And I was like, I like fashion and I like journalism. So I decided to do it. I loved Teen Vogue at the time. And I went to fashion journalism and I loved it. But yeah, like I feel like your undergrad, you do something that's really, really safe, like super safe.
Mm.
And then your grad school, you do something really fun, or you do the opposite. Like I had friends who do something really fun in undergrad and then went to get their MBA for their like masters. So like it
That's so
depends.
interesting.
But I did something really stable undergrad in fashion journalism, which I think is stable, but we're in the decade now that like no one really looks at magazines like they should.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
it's
I love a
fun.
good magazine,
Oh,
but
I
like
love a
I totally
magazine.
understand. It's so interesting how you and I have such different like backgrounds in that because so like I and this is rare. I'm finding that this is rare. I like knew what I wanted to do my whole life. Like that
That's
is
good.
so rare. So don't put that on you people listening. Like
No, don't.
that
That's
is
really
very,
cool
very
though.
freaking rare. I knew what I wanted from like day one. So, but I also had life though, like, you know, whether it's like life circumstances or what I think I should do kind of get in my way. So it took me off the path here and there. But like, no matter what, God, universe, whatever, always threw something back in my way to like bumper car me back into the path I was supposed to be on. So, I mean, I always knew it was going to be media and entertainment. Like, I loved being in front of the camera. I loved being behind the camera. I love acting, like all of that stuff. I was like, this is my jam. This is my world. This is what I want to live in. So anything, I didn't even like, I never took my SATs ever. I never like, I went to a JC right out of high
Yeah.
school because I was like, this is dumb. Why am I going to pay like ridiculous prices for the same freaking curriculum? Like everybody has to take
I went
GE,
to JC first too. I went to JC for 2 years. I transferred to San Jose State. Shout out to the Spartans. And like,
right?
yeah, like I knew that I wanted to go to college. I just didn't know what I was like either be like psychology. I'm a big psych person, obviously. And I love like psychology, or I was gonna be like advertising or architecture or something, but it wasn't gonna be something like a doctor because like I'm not good at math or science. Like that's
Oh,
not my
girl. Okay,
specialties.
I found that out like way long ago. All right.
Oh,
My
that was like
math
middle
teachers
school.
and I became best friends because math and Heather does not work. Okay. Like
Tutoring.
algebra, geometry, all of that. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but
Nope.
I feel like when you're of that age, you're allowed to like try different things. And I feel like a lot of people put pressure on themselves after college or high school or grad school to be like, I have to have this career, I have to have this type of family, I need to have this type of situation by the age I'm 25 or 30. And trust me, Heather and I felt that pressure like at
Yeah,
25
we
with this,
did.
I gotta finish grad
What
school, I
am I
have to do this,
doing?
I have to do this, or I need to have like when I turned 27, I was like, I need to have a family by 30. I need to have this. Like all my friends are having kids. All my friends are doing this. Or like my friend has this career. She's a manager. She's a director. That's not your story. Just because your friends are
No.
doing it doesn't mean you have to do it. And I think it comes better with age. Like Heather and I, like we realize like your path is not going to be the same path as your friends. And that's
Mm,
okay. Like if you're the
absolutely.
career friend out your group or the mom friend or like the senior citizen friend out your group, be that friend because it's fun to be that friend.
Girl,
Like
you said senior citizen.
but the way I feel, sometimes I am a senior citizen. But no, like Heather, like you had a different path.
I'm
I
dead.
had a different path. Like, but it just makes it makes your circle of friends like diversify. And I don't think you should put pressure about like if you're working at like Heather and I are working at a gym in our mid-20s. Like we're
Ooh,
working at a
and
gym.
honestly, if I'm gonna recommend a like post grad job to anybody, just to like, because I'm always one to be like, after graduation should be the time where you try a whole bunch of stuff. Like, and I understand that like a lot of people feel lost afterwards. And they're like, I
Yes.
don't know what to do, like all of that kind of stuff. Like, remember that you've literally spent your entire life being told what to do and when to do it. And now is the first time that you're getting the chance to do what it is that you want to do in a sense,
Yeah.
or make your own schedule or whatever. So I always say, like, you know what? I mean, you can hop into a career if that's what makes you feel better. But one, don't expect that career or that job to define you or be your
No.
dream job at first. Like, I don't think that that happens for a lot of people. And I think, Chance, maybe you can speak towards that more than I can.
I was working at a call center after undergrad, okay? I was dealing with people at 6 in the morning cussing me out every morning about the status of their cards, okay? And it was fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I have some great stories, some great laughs. I met some amazing people who were like just great people to have as like your coworkers. Like my one of my dearest friends at the call center was like in her 40s and I was like 22. I was barely a child. Like, and I was like taking it, I was like, where is Catherine at today? Catherine's not here. Where's my old girl at? I was like my bestie. She's like 45. But like I feel like you just have to like have time to really figure out what you want to do because life does move really, really fast. And you have to figure out like you got to be happy within yourself. And
Mm.
like, don't get me wrong, like I still think like if I would have done this career or done this differently, my life would have been differently. But you have to remember everything happens for a reason. I'm like, oh my, like my parents' high horse right now. Like everything happens for a reason. You have to do it
Patricia and
this way or that
Howard,
way.
you know, these
Yes,
voices are popping in your
yes.
head.
The voices of my wonderful parents. Like shout out to them. But like I think like you said, you just have to try everything and you can't compare yourself. And I feel like we as people compare ourselves so much. And I feel like like millennials, like we all had like we were the kids who went through like a recession period. So like when we graduated from
A
high school,
recession, like, I mean, freaking, we've
two,
been
we
through
like
like
two or three right now.
at this point, I was PTSD is my entire
Yeah.
life.
But yeah, like when we graduated like from like college and like middle school, like high school and stuff like that, it was like, oh, recession hit. Everything like there's no jobs in the market, or whatever. So like we were already used to like trying to overcome like statistics against
Adversity,
us.
yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like even if you're like folding underwear at the
At a
mall,
department
the
store.
store, you got a job. Okay, you're doing something. Just because you don't know what it is right now, you're doing something. That's all that
I
matters.
always say too, I'm like, you know what? Your thing after, like, you got to decide what you're comfortable with. Now, some people like to go, grab a job or a career right out of school because that makes them feel okay, because that gives them structure and that makes them feel, secure, which is like, if that works for you and that's what you want, like, do what it is you want to do. Your first job is probably not going to be the job you're going to stay at forever. Like, let's be honest, the average person stays at one job like 2 years max.
Yeah.
And a lot of people hop around, and that's so normal. If that is not your choice to go get a job right out of like a career, right out of grad school or graduation or anything like that, that's fine too. I mean, I think you need to take that time right out of school to be able to literally try everything that like sparks your curiosity. I think that's going to be the way to finding a career and a job, or, maybe even creating your own business that's going to make you happy. Because if you're genuinely curious and you're genuinely like, oh, I wonder if, or I wonder what that would be like, you're more apt to like want to put in work and want to put in time,
Yes.
effort, and energy. And, you shouldn't have to feel like you're getting stuck or locked into anything like that. Like, Chauncey knows being quote unquote stuck is probably like one of my like biggest fears, being
I
stuck in anything. Like,
yeah.
girl, you back me into a corner, I will lose my shit.
Yeah, she's not like she like Heather, I give her credit because like she does not like to be stuck. Like she's like to keep the ball moving and everything. I'm the kind of person I like, like I'm organized chaos. I like organized chaos. Like I like to do X, Y, and Z. I have a schedule. I'm a routine person, but I know that I am very happy the way things have happened in my life. Like, yeah, there's things I wish I could have changed, but like we're all gonna be like, oh, I wish I should have could have done that. But like you're gonna get laid off from jobs, gonna get fired from jobs, you're gonna be like going from job to job. As long as you're just doing what you want to do, that's all that matters. Like, don't feel pressure to be anyone else than yourself, because who only person gonna make you happy is you. No one else is. Like, don't compare yourself to everyone else around you.
Well, and here's the thing is like a lot of people don't realize, okay, so like Chauncey and I've been out of school for a hot second, and
Thank you for saying a hot second. I
a
appreciate
hot
that.
second, a hot second. I'm not gonna put I
No, do not.
refuse to put years on this.
No, no.
Anyways, but like we've been out of school for a little while, and a lot of our friends, who either graduated before us or after us, same time of us, you're going to change your career within 5 or 10 years anyways. You're going to
Yeah.
figure out what works for you. You yourself are going to change. So it's like, do not think that you are of like your parents' generation where they're going to stick at one place for 30 something years.
No.
Like, no,
That's
that's
cute.
not going to happen.
No.
But also too, I mean, I feel like the biggest thing that people forget is that like your 20s are meant for you to go and try a whole bunch of different things. And like Chauncey and I said, like, okay, getting hired at the gym when I went to grad school, like, I mean, I was there
Right.
part-time, but even after I graduated, I was still there part-time, and I still worked, and I was still trying to build my freelancing career, working in production and video production and all that kind of stuff. And I had no clue, but I will say that I legit went through a little bit of a depression right after
Oh yeah, of course.
graduation, because I was like, what the fuck do I do? Like,
No.
what do we do? And I was like, oh my God, I have to find a job. I have to find money. And like, I have to, apply to all of these different things and places and things. And, I spent like a week straight just like applying for jobs. I'm a bit of an intense person, so it was a little much.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But I think what ended up happening is like I ended up, getting the gym like promoted me to like multimedia specialist or whatever. I basically just did their social media.
Yes.
So I started doing that, and then I started like just saying yes to different freelance opportunities as like a PA or whatever, production assistant, and just would help out, and then like got more jobs. I was able to build like a word of mouth type of referral for my freelancing, but I was also able to keep like the part-time job and do social media too. But at the same time too, this is like I kind of this is why I always say like you have to listen to your gut, because I and Chauncey remembers this. Like I was working really hard, but I wasn't making a lot of money because like I was only working part-time. I was living in San Francisco. Like
Super expensive.
I had no money. Like there'd be times where I would go to the grocery store and I'm like, can I afford, this
Yeah.
chicken that's $6, or do I have to like
Expensive.
eat a can of beans, which is
Ugh.
like $2? So it's like
Yes.
I did not have money. And my only concern was like I need enough money to keep a roof over my head and food
Hmm.
in my stomach. Those are my
Yeah.
two qualifications that I need. And so I started doing that. I started doing like just the part-time and then the freelancing gigs and all that kind of stuff. And then the part-time job actually offered me the job full-time. Like I would get
Yes.
benefits and pension and all
I
that kind of stuff.
remember.
And literally like I know my dad probably would have been like, "Oh my god, yes, you freaking take that. Like take it. Hello." And I think a lot of
Yes.
people would say the same thing, right? But honestly, I got offered that and every single bone in my body was like, "No." Like literally, I have never had such a legitimate gut reaction to
See?
something in my life. And I was like, okay. And I think they were like the people that are offering it to me were like really expecting me to be happy. And I think I totally did not meet their expectations because I was like, oh fuck. And I remember I went outside and I was talking to a dude that I was seeing at the time. And I was just like, I don't think I can do this. Like, this is not what I want for myself. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to come to the office 5 days a week, 9 to 5 every, like, I don't want that. Like,
That's
if
not
I
your
take,
life.
exactly, it's like if I take this job, even though it would solve all of my money problems right now,
Yeah.
and it would, give me benefits and pension and all this kind of stuff, like, I would not be happy if I took this job. And it's not because they're horrible. It's like, that's just not what I
It's
want.
not who you wanted to be at the time and who you are as a person,
Exactly.
like in
And
your
who
deep
I am as
core.
a person. And I was like, if I took this job and it became full time, I wouldn't be able to go build my freelancing career. I wouldn't be able
No.
to go and work in productions and, get the experience that I needed in order to like work my way up in production and doing videos and being on camera and like all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't be able to do that. So I was like, I really had to make a decision right then and there, but I think my body already knew like what I
Don't do
needed to
it.
do. And exactly, don't do it. And it was probably like that was such a pivotal moment for me that I remember to this day, and I remember how that feels, and I haven't regretted it at all.
No, you shouldn't regret it. Everything you do is for a reason. And I feel like you have to just trust your gut. And like if you know, you know. And of course, like you of course ask people in your trusted circle, like people who like want the best for you, but like your gut
Mm-hmm.
always tells you what you should or shouldn't do. So yeah, you have to know yourself before you do anything else. That's all I tell people. So don't feel like you're stuck in anything. Like whatever you're doing right now is for a reason. So, just because you work at this place that that's not going to be your career per se, it might end up being your career in a different way. You just don't know what it is yet. So yeah,
Yeah, I think the best thing that you can do post grad is just be curious and not let the comparison bug kind of get to you. I mean, I don't have any regrets post grad whatsoever. I've always just done what I thought was best for me. And like we say all the time too, it's like just because you make a quote unquote mistake, it's not really a mistake. It's just like those are your bumpers leading you back to the track.
yeah. And I think with social media, like when we were in grad school, social media, like we have like this Instagram wasn't like as huge as it is now, or like
Facts.
TikTok or all these amazing apps like oh, I can compare myself to like, oh, this person's traveling, this person has this person has that. Like we tell everyone, social media is a facade. Like you take 1,000 pictures just to post
Highlights,
one
girl.
selfie.
It's
Yeah,
just
like I give
highlights
you
of your
highlights.
life.
Like I will take the same selfie 20, 30 times and post the one that I think is best, knowing darn well there's someone's I look crooked, my smile looks crazy, my eye looks like blinky, like
I mean,
but
there's a
like
reason why there's like 5 million filters, right?
exactly. So like just because you see like your former classmates or your friends of friends or your best friends on social media showing all their life per se, it's just the highlights they're having, you know? And it's
Yeah,
okay. Like
it's just the
cheer them on.
highlights.
It's just cheer them on because you put highlights of yourself on there. And that's fine. Like just don't compare yourself because what you see on social media, because at the end of the day, it's just a facade. It's not really real. Like, and if it is real, congratulations for that person. But don't be a bitter bitch behind the screen, like, oh, like that bitch just got married, that bitch got a new job. How did they get there? You don't know the story because they don't know your story. And if they do know their story, applaud them for overcoming whatever they went through. But at the end of the day, do not compare yourself. It's not worth it because at the end of the day, no one cares. No one cares except you.
Well,
And if
here's
they
my
do care
thing.
about you,
Yeah.
they're just being some evil little twats. Okay. No one cares. Like, no one cares.
Evil
I
little
can,
twats.
yeah. Like, if you're comparing me, like, oh, well, Chauncey didn't do this, but Heather did this and vice versa. Okay. Move on. Good. Good for you for being a fan. I appreciate you stalking my social media. Be a fan. Thank you for being a effing fan. But at the end of the day, just be at peace of what you're doing. If you feel like you're doing the best you can at the time, that's all that matters. Because in the day, I can't judge you. I don't pay your bills.
Mm,
You don't.
mm,
I don't pay your bills. You don't pay my bills. So one person can judge me is me.
absolutely. And the thing is
But
too, it's like, you know, you are not your career.
no, you're not your career. Like you're never gonna be your career. Like you're never gonna be like I'm my career because your career can let you go tomorrow and be like hire you the next day someone else. You can die tomorrow and your career will find someone to replace you within 2 to 4 business days. So at the end of the day, like you gotta just be happy with yourself. If you just get happy watering your effing plants every day, water those effing plants.
Mm-hmm.
Like just be at peace because the world is such a dark place, especially right now. We need to
Yeah.
be happy because people are not happy and it's sad, but you can't rely on other people to make you happy, to make yourself happy because the world's just not great.
I would say if there was any goal that I would have post grad and in your 20s, I would say there's like three things that stick out for me.
Oh, tell me.
Three things that stick out. One, genuinely follow your curiosity. That's always going to lead you down um, a path that you're actually interested in, right? Instead of
I
like
like
what you're
that.
supposed to do. I would definitely say use this time to really get to know yourself. Like,
Yeah.
really ask yourself, like, take that reflection time and just be like, do I like this? Am I happy? I'm happy when I do X, Y, and Z. I'm not happy when I do A, B, and C. Like, figure that out, whether that's journaling or just reflection time or whatever, or you're talking to friends, right? Take that time to reflect and get to know yourself. And also know that, like, you're instilling like practices that you're then going to use forever and always in your life, because if you start doing that early, you're going to continue to do it, because then you're going to get to know yourself and you're going to start basing your decisions off of what makes you happy and who you are as a person. And then I would say the third one would be to take the pressure off.
Yeah.
I had and I still do this. This is still a thing for me. I put so much dang pressure on myself.
Same.
And I stressed myself out for no stinking reason.
Same.
And it's still something that I'm working on. Like, we're all a work in progress, but take the pressure off. And I know there's going to be times where you're just like, oh my gosh, I really feel it, or all this anxiety builds up. I think just remember that you're also living a lot longer. People are living a lot longer these days. So there's a lot more time to just go do things um and figure things out. Like, just
Yeah.
relax, okay?
Oh God. You made me think of my three. Okay. I have three. They're all quotes though. Like they're two from like movies.
Okay.
First movie is from A Bronx Tale with Robert De Niro. It's in my thesis for grad school too. I put the saddest thing in life is wasted talent.
Facts.
Yeah, and then the second quote is from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. So like take your time to go through life. Third is don't forget your inner child. Like the worst part about growing up is that you start to lose things that you wish you were when you're a kid. And if I had like a really good family friend who's like an aunt to me, Calandra, she's like, don't lose your inner child. Like you're not that funny. Like she's like, I remember you had all these ideas as a kid and you're so outgoing and now you're so like quiet now. She's like, don't lose your inner child. And I was like, that's true, because you get older and you forget that you at one time was a child and you have all these thoughts and these dreams. Like it's of course be mature and like, you know, get your like pay your bills and shit, but like
Be responsible.
don't forget like you had dreams at one point in time that you wish that you could do when you got older. So just do it.
Okay, well, that's our words of wisdom for, all of our postgraduates. I really hope that you can at least resonate or get some words of wisdom or like not feel like you're alone, because
You're
we
not
do
alone.
remember. Yeah, we do remember how that feels. So yeah. Anything else, Chance?
I just think just take one day at a time. I know that's so effing cliche, but like honestly, like we were in your position once, we're gonna be in position again. Like we all have a midlife crisis. It's normal. Have it several times over. You can rebrand yourself over and over.
I mean, Madonna does it, right?
Yes,
Lady
everyone
Gaga
does
does
it.
it.
Everyone rebrands themselves every day. Keep rebranding yourself, giving people a new version of you. No one should hold you to the old version of you. You're an individual at the end of the day. Just be happy. At the end of the day, be happy for who you are and what you do and live your truth. And also, like, don't be mean. Just be nice.
Yeah,
That's
be
all. Like,
kind
be kind. So, like,
to
you're
yourself
good.
and others.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, Slay Nation. Hopefully that helps. And until next time, we'll catch you later.
Bye.